My name's Glenn Patterson. I'm from NI Teachers Collaborate. Just wanted to talk you through some of the features of Quizlet, um, an app, and also there is an online version, a desktop version that I've been using for a number of months now. I just use the basic version, which is free. There is an option to upgrade to premium, but for what I need it for, it's just the basic free version is plenty. Um, Along the side here, you'll see you'll be able to set up some classes. It's just as easy to click on the Create a Class tab. If I go into, or if you look, you can see I've got a few classes down the side. Also, I've got on my screen some of the recent Quizlets that I've set up. If I go in and just show you one of them, for instance, cells, tissues, and organs that I set up for Year 8. Um, there is the option to use it as a simple flashcard whereby it has spellings and meanings. So you have, for instance, the spelling or the word cell, and then if you click on it, it gives the pupil a meaning for that. So basic unit that living things are made up of. And they can click along, and you can see along here there's 22 of those, and they can click along. They can also make that into full screen if they want to look at um, the flashcards. And again, they just click on it, and it tells them what the word is and what the meaning is. Along with that, you have other options with Quizlet. So the pupils can click on Learn, and what that does is it takes them in and it'll give them the definition, and they have to choose the particular word that matches up with that. Again, there is Write. So if you click into Write, it offers the option of contains a lens that magnifies times 10, and it points to the particular area, and the people would type in the answer for that. So they would. The other options are Spell, and this would be if the pupils were to work on their spelling, they can click on the audio button.
Microscope slide.
So that would be what the people would have to spell. So they would type in the word microscope slide, and it would be more focused on the spelling. So with that particular bit, and then there's a test option, and in the test option it gives them a number of different things to do. So they've got 5 written questions at the start, then it moves on to 5 matching questions. So they're matching the word to the definition. Then they've got 5 multiple choice questions where it asks them, and they've got a number of choices to choose from. And then they've got 5 true or false questions which they can use. So it's just a different method of assessment. There's different methods of assessment there in that particular area. So that's within one Quizlet that you may have created. What you can also do is that you can browse through some Quizlets. So there's a number of different subject areas. So for instance, if I click on science, I click on chemistry, and for instance, let's say there's one particular one that is pH scale, which would be relevant that I could use. So I could click into that. I may not want to use it, but I can look at it and see if I would like to use it. So they've got acid. If I click on it, has a pH less than 7, base, pH greater than 7. If I want to use that, what I can do is I can click down below the plus button, and I can add it to a particular class set. I can also alter it if I want to, and again it has the options down the side that I mentioned before. So they've got the basic flashcard option, they've got the Learn, the Write, the Spell, the Test. There's a number of different features there that can be used for that. If you want to search for a particular Quizlet, you can search for one in particular, or the other option is that you can, just like I showed you, you can also create a Quizlet. So for example, this is just an example of one that I was creating there. So on separating techniques, so if we look down here, I've typed in evaporation and the meaning, condensation, filtration. I'll just show you, I'll delete this one, I'll just show you how it works when you're typing it in. So it brings up sort of an autofill for you. So there's filtration, and what it does is it automatically brings up a definition for filtration for you. Now you can use one of the pre-generated definitions, but if you don't like it, if you want to make it simpler, then you can type in your own definition. So for example, I could choose one of these 3. preloaded ones, or I could type in my own. So, for example, filtration, I could type in separates dissolved material from undissolved material. Okay, and I could go with that one. And then I can click on the image and it will bring me up some pre-loaded images that I can choose from. So for example, I may want to add this one. Okay, I'm just going to go with these three that I have. So if I can add more, and I can go to add card and it'll give me a fourth one and so on. So if I go to create, that will then bring up my options then. Okay, I'll talk about the sharing of it in a moment or two. So I'll just show you how this creates. So we've got separating techniques. Here's my keyword, evaporation. I click on it and it brings up a diagram showing evaporation. I can zoom into that diagram to see what it's like. I've got the meaning, the change of state from a liquid to a gas. I can click on the second one, condensation. Again, I can see condensation diagram, change from a gas to a liquid. And you've got your filtration and your definition and your diagram there that you can also look at for filtration. You can add also your own diagrams in there as well. And again, they've got the key study features down the side that they may want to use. So they have sharing your Quizlets with your pupils. There are a number of options for that. So for example, you can click into one of your Quizlets. Down at the bottom, you have this icon which allows you to share. So if you click on that icon, it'll bring you up a number of options. So the main two are either to copy the link, in which case that will allow you to copy this link and email it to a student, or post it into Teams if you wish to do it that way, and the student then could directly click on this link and it would bring them to this set of flashcards. You could also click on share on Google Classroom, and that will allow you to share it directly onto your Google Classroom if that is the platform that you use. The other option is to link it directly into your team on Microsoft Teams. So for example, here's my Year 11 Double Award team. I'm in the atomic structure. I can click up at the top and I can click on atomic structure, and that automatically integrates into Microsoft Teams. So again, it will give my pupils the keywords and the definitions and the associated diagrams that go along with that. And in this particular option, there are 13 diagrams. Again, they can click on full screen and it'll open it up on a full screen for them. They can click through that. And they have all the other options as well to spell, to learn, etc. So there are a number of options to share that you can use.